When did this happen?
About 11:30. They found him unconscious outside his home on the Farley estate.
So that's the second witness out of action. Richard Parks is just going to walk from court the day after tomorrow.
Not for the first time either.
Sorry. I want a word with Parks to brief Ralph Marchbank.
Oh, don't tell me he's involved.
Ring your mother, will you? Get her to call ahead, tell Marchbank we're coming. Let me know at once if there's any change in his condition.
Yes, Sergeant.
Well, it's all a bit heavy, isn't it, even for Parks?
Maybe, but he's got the most to gain. The only two people who saw him club those security guards have been silenced.
He must have had help. He's on remand, isn't he?
No, he's on bail. Yeah, I know. Marchbank smooth talked the judge.
He's as dodgy as his clients. Can't we talk to Parks instead?
Not yet. I want to know what I'm dealing with before I bring him in.
It's good of you to see us at such short notice, Mr. Marchbank.
Not a problem.
It's regarding Richard Parks' armed robbery trial the day after tomorrow.
Alleged armed robbery, surely, Sergeant.
Yes. We were wondering if you could give us any assistance regarding the prosecution witnesses.
Yes, I understand they're unavailable.
It's a little more than that. Andrew Wales been attacked and is critical in St. Hugh's, and Catherine Hagan's disappeared.
Most unfortunate. Even so, I'm not quite sure what help you're looking for from me.
Well, we'd rather not talk to Mr. Parks as he's on bail.
Sergeant, if you're in any way suggesting my client Richard Parks is responsible...
No, not at all. He's not breached his bail conditions.
So?
Can you think of anyone who might believe this could help Mr. Parks?
No.
You haven't heard anything, not even in passing?
No, and I'm afraid, Sergeant, I must claim legal privilege and say nothing further. I'm sure you understand.
Alistair, I've just had Ralph Marchbank on the phone.
What did he want?
Your head, I think. Did you visit help?
No.
You think Parks is behind this?
Who are the people who can identify him? Only Andrew Whale and Catherine Hagan.
Doesn't mean that he confided Marchbank, though, does it?
Marchbank knows more than he's saying, I'm sure of that.
All right, Alistair, next time you question Marchbank, tread really carefully. Keep me informed.
Jamila, can you get back to Catherine Hagan's house?
Right, Sergeant.
See if any of her neighbours are in now. One of them must know something.
So what time did you take your daughter to nursery this morning?
8:30.
Right. And you walked past Catherine Hagan's house, number 11?
Yes, and like I say, there was a big blue car parked just outside.
It's not parked there normally?
No. Well, you get to know the cars in a little street like this.
Do you remember the make or registration number?
Maybe an E, F, I'm not sure.
Did you see who was driving it?
No.
Right. Well, thanks for your help, Mrs. Brinded. We may need to take a statement from you later.
Fine. Oh, it had a gunner's sticker in the back window. Is that any use?
Might be. Are you sure?
I should know my own team.
OK, thanks.
Bye.
I see, yeah. Thank you. Sarge, that was St. Hugh's. Andrew Wales gone into a coma.
So we could be looking at attempted murder. Still no witnesses to the attack?
Nah. Oh, Catherine Hagan's mother wants to see you. She's downstairs in a right state.
Yes, well, if Catherine's had the same treatment as Andrew Wales, she could have good reason to be. Right.
I told Catherine not to get involved.
Can you think of anywhere she might have gone?
No, I've rung all her friends. Someone's got her, I just know it.
This man, she said, was hanging around recently. Did she describe him?
Oh, no, I would have told you if she had.
There may be a perfectly logical reason for her disappearance.
It's all to do with this trial. I know that, and you're doing nothing about it.
We're doing everything possible.
Where is she, then?
Mrs. Hagan, the best thing you can do is to wait at home in case Catherine tries to contact you.
I came here because I couldn't stand it at home. Don't try and fob me off. If you hadn't hounded her into making a statement in the first place, none of this would have happened.
Catherine volunteered her statement. No one hounded her. I realise this must be a difficult time for you.
I don't want your sympathy. I just want to know Catherine's safe.
We all want that.
If anything happens to her, whose fault will it be? Hers? No, yours.
You are trying to put me out of a job, aren't you? Go on. Tell him.
Sarge, a witness saw an E or F reg blue car outside Catherine's house this morning. It had a gunner's sticker in the window. I checked the DIU. Parks's last known car was an F reg Saab, dark blue. Now, if it's got a gunner's sticker...
OK, Jamila. I'll take a drive past his head.
She's keen. Of course, could all just be a coincidence.
What, both witnesses to the robbery get nobbled?
We don't know what's happened to Catherine yet.
True. But what if Parks somehow got hold of Andrew Whale and Catherine Higgins's addresses?
There'd have to be an almighty cock-up for that to happen.
It happened at Spicer Street. They photocopied the wrong side of the statements, circulated the addresses by mistake. You better check. Ring the CPS, let them know you're coming.
It's an important job you do.
Yes, and consequently we tend not to make mistakes.
But it is possible, you know, that the back of the statement with the witness's address on it gets photocopied instead of the front.
Well, it's highly unlikely.
And the whole lot gets sent out by mistake.
Nothing goes out of this office without it having been thoroughly checked first.
We're specifically interested in any witness statements relating to the armed robbery on the Essex and Colchester Building Society on the Waterman's Road. No files have gone missing?
No, it would have been reported.
OK. Thanks for your help.
Pleasure.
Turn left. Park's house is over there on the end. I remember it from last time. We thought we'd got Parks then too. Not one witness would identify him. Sound familiar?
There. I didn't think I'd ever be pleased to see a gunner's badge.
I'm worried that Catherine Higgins had the same treatment as Andrew Whale. If Parks has got an alibi for this morning, fine. But until I can talk to him, this investigation's going nowhere.
Sorry to interrupt, Gov, but I thought you ought to know we've had a positive sighting of a dark blue Saab 9000 on the Farley estate this morning.
What time was that?
11:30.
Fits in with the time of Andrew Whale's assault.
All right, Jim, thanks. So, it looks as if Parks has broken his bail conditions at the very least.
Not to mention witness intimidation and maybe even attempted murder.
All right. Alistair, Marchbank is going to be looking for any excuse to claim harassment.
Yeah, I'll stress to him that bringing in Parks will be looked upon as a goodwill gesture.
All right, no pressure, understood. Because everything you've got at the moment is circumstantial.
Yeah.
For the tape, Sergeant, I would also like my client's particular cooperation given due credit.
Of course. Can you tell us where you were between 8 and 12 this morning?
I was watching the big breakfast at 8.
At home?
Yeah?
Can anyone verify that?
No, on my own these days.
And later, say 9?
On the bus. Going to see Mr. Marchbank for a 10 o'clock appointment.
Can you confirm that?
Yes.
You'll have a record of it in your office diary.
Yes.
And how long did this meeting last?
Till about 11.
And what did you do after the meeting?
I went straight home, according to my bail conditions.
Do you own a dark blue Saab 9000?
Yeah?
Did you use it this morning?
No, it's knackered. Got a hole in the radiator. It's no fun getting to his office and back on the bus.
And what time did you get home?
About 12-ish.
I will check all this.
I'm sure you will.
Are we finished here?
Yes, I think so. Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Parks. And if you terminated at 16:02, I'll see you in court the day after tomorrow.
Pleasure be all mine.
Can I take a look at your office diary?
Of course. My diary will be at your disposal first thing tomorrow morning. I trust that will be acceptable.
Shall we say 10 o'clock?
Sure. Till tomorrow morning, then.
Could you show these gentlemen out, please?
I can understand Parks lying, but what's Marchbank got to gain alibying a scumbag like that?
I wish I knew.
I need to speak to Detective Sergeant Greig urgently.
Right, why did you say who's here?
It's about my daughter. It's terribly important. Catherine called me about half an hour ago.
Good. Where from?
She wouldn't say.
What did she say?
Oh, just that she was safe and not to worry and she was sorry for all the trouble she caused. She sounded a bit strange.
But she gave no hints as to her whereabouts?
No.
Did you hear anything else? Was there someone else with her?
No. Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. No, I don't know.
If she says she's safe, we have to believe her.
Oh, well, I want to. But why wouldn't she talk to me?
Perhaps she felt it was better not to.
Well, this is worse than not knowing anything at all. I don't know what to do.
There's nothing you can do for the moment. I'll get you taken home. Is there someone we can ring to stay with you?
No, I don't want people fussing. Do you think she's really safe?
See you later, son.
Yeah.
Sarge, I checked out Parks's car. There is a hole in the radiator, but he could easily have done it himself before he came in.
Wouldn't surprise me. Listen, can you give Elizabeth Hagan a lift home? See if you can jog her memory to remember anything else about Catherine's phone call.
Right, Sarge.
But gently, she's on edge.
Sarge, I've been thinking, if Marchbank is covering for Parks, isn't he really putting himself on the line?
Well, he's made a career out of doing that. He's had 4 run-ins with the Law Society. He was nearly disbarred last year.
Well, do you think Parks might be blackmailing him?
He'd have to have something pretty major on him.
He wouldn't be the first man with a few skeletons to hide. I could ask around. What do you think?
All right. See if anyone's willing to talk to us.
There is one obvious candidate. Dave Wilcox. Now, Marchbank always represents him, but he screwed up last time and got 3 months for burglary. He's just got out.
I want more than just gossip, Jim. You know what Wilcox is like.
Some of his information has been spot on, Sarge.
Yeah, OK, give it a try.
Thanks.
Well, I asked for a double.
Well, that's what we like about you, Wilcox. You're very observant.
So what's the buzz?
Ralph Marchbank. Are you friends?
After he got me sent down. What do you think?
What makes him tick?
He's not open to bribery, if that's what you want to know.
Well, no one suggested he was.
Well, I say is if you want.
I don't. You give me something useful, I'll sort you out a payment.
He's running scared of everyone. His missus, the Law Society. Final warnings all round, I reckon.
Why's that?
He's sailing close to the wind at work. And he's got a regular knockoff. Married.
You got a name?
Naomi Goodliffe.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Caseworker at the CPS. Tasty by all accounts.
So after I calmed her down and realised she hadn't had any other calls since Catherine rang, I dialed 1471. When I got no further, I rang BT. The best they could do was say it was an international call. She could be anywhere.
Chigwell Avenue. I still can't see it. Naomi Goodliffe and Marchbank together.
Maybe they're not. We've only got your snout's word for it.
That's hers, number 72.
And that's Marchbank's car. Things are looking up.
Yes? Oh.
DS Greig, DC Carver, WPC Blake, Sun Hill. Could we have a few words with both you and Mr. Marchbank, please?
Who?
Ralph Marchbank.
I'm sorry,
That's his car, round the corner, isn't it?
What's all this about?
This would be much easier inside.
Lying to a police officer for possibly the 2nd time in a day isn't very sensible, Naomi.
Shall we start again?
You better have a very good reason for this.
We came to see Mrs. Goodliffe.
Oh, I see.
But seeing as how you're here, perhaps you wouldn't mind answering a few questions as well.
I most certainly will not.
Mrs. Goodliffe, perhaps you could help us.
She has nothing to say to you. Leave now. This is private and personal time and no concern of yours.
We have no interest in your private affairs, Mr. Marchbank.
Really? Then why have you been following me?
We haven't. As I said, we came to see Mrs. Goodliffe. We're rather confused about how the addresses of certain prosecution witnesses have been made public. Can you help us?
Leave her out of this.
It would be in both your interests to cooperate by coming down to Sun Hill.
I don't think so, Sergeant.
Of course, we could always wait until your husband came home. Try and straighten things out then. What time does he get in, Mrs. Goodwin?
I'm going to ring Deacon.
He's not on duty right now.
Then I'll ring Brownlow.
Ralph, I don't want any trouble.
It won't be the last you hear of this.
Probably not.
Yes, I know I'm not under arrest. I know I can leave at any time, and I'm aware this is being taped. Now, can we please move on?
We appreciate you giving up your time for us, Mr. Marchbank. Are you familiar with the names Andrew Whale and Catherine Hagan?
Yes.
And their sudden inability to give evidence in the case of Richard Parks?
Yes.
And that information about witnesses is not disclosable?
Yes.
Can you think of any way it could have been made public?
No.
Well, we're sure the breach didn't happen here, so that only leaves the CPS. Can you think of anyone there who could have leaked the information?
No.
Do you know anyone at the CPS?
Yes, lots of people.
Anyone with whom you could have more than a passing acquaintance?
Naomi Goodwin, really, this is pathetic, Sergeant.
And she didn't disclose anything to you that she shouldn't have?
No.
Have any of your clients ever asked you to obtain information for them?
Under normal circumstances, I'd claim legal privilege, but to help you with your fatuous inquiries, the answer is no.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marchbank. Interview terminated at 18:59.
Good.
I'll see you tomorrow at 10 to verify the details about this morning's appointment with Richard Parks.
Sooner than that, I'm representing Naomi Goodwin.
Naomi, we're investigating the possible leakage of information relating to prosecution witnesses.
I don't know anything.
No one's suggesting you do.
You're in charge of all information relating to your particular cases?
Yes.
And you're not aware of any information leaving the office that shouldn't have done?
I believe Mrs. Goodwin has already spoken to a constable about this earlier.
Perhaps Naomi would like to answer the question.
No, everything is thoroughly checked.
Do you ever come into contact with any of the defendants?
No.
But you know people who represent them?
Yes, you know all this.
Ralph Marchbank?
Yes.
Is there a point to these questions?
Has Mr. Marchbank ever spoken to you about any of his clients?
I really must protest.
Mr. Marchbank, these are perfectly straightforward questions. I'm sorry if it's difficult for you to be impartial because of their pertinent nature.
The problem we have, Naomi, is that we think non-disclosable information has been made public. Someone in your position could really help us pinpoint how.
I really don't think I can help at all.
Have you heard the name Andrew Whale?
No.
You sure?
May I remind you my client has not been charged?
Andrew Whale is a witness for the Crown whose statement is at your office.
Well, I don't remember every name.
Andrew Whale is in St. Hugh's, in a coma, following a brutal assault this morning.
What are you trying to do?
Mr. Marchbank, if you don't remain silent, I shall ask you to leave. Do you know the name Catherine Hagan? Catherine Hagan has disappeared and is so terrified she won't say where she is. We think that both their addresses were somehow put into the hands of someone who wished them harm. Can you help us?
I demand you stop the interview now.
No.
You must let me speak in your best interests.
Can I speak to you alone, please?
Absolutely not. I forbid it.
Interview terminated at 19:08. WPC Blake will see you out.
You've all overstepped the mark on this.
We may need to speak to you again, Mr. Marchbank, if you'd like to wait here.
You wanted to speak to us alone?
You probably can't understand this. But Ralph and me, it's something wonderful. We'd be together if he wasn't tied to his wife financially.
And what about your husband?
He works shifts, so we hardly ever meet except when he's on earlies. He's a sergeant at Talbot Street.
Not Steve Goodwin. Well, this is going to put the brakes on his accelerated promotion, isn't it? Did you supply Ralph Marchbank with Andrew Whale's and Catherine Hagan's addresses?
I gave him the file, so yes, I suppose I did.
And which file would that be?
The witness statements for the Richard Parks trial. Ralph said his statement copies were blurred.
You could have just faxed them across some more without giving him access to the originals.
He came to see me. I was on my own. It was lunchtime. I had a mass of things to sort through. And Ralph said he'd save me the trouble.
So you gave him the file?
Wouldn't you trust your lover?
Did you supply Ralph Marchbank with Andrew Wales and Catherine Hagan's addresses?
I gave him the file, so yes, I suppose I did.
Why did you ask to see the confidential files relating to the Richard Parks trial?
I had no choice.
Can you explain that?
I needed the addresses.
For what purpose?
Parks said if I didn't, he'd tell the Law Society I'd leaked information before.
Have you?
I'm only prepared to answer questions that are pertinent to this case.
If Parks was lying, you could have called his bluff.
With my history? You must understand, after my recent run-ins with the Law Society, my career was on the line.
So Parks tried it on, and you fell for it.
Yes. I was damned either way. I was on last chance with my wife, too. He said he'd tell her about Naomi. A divorce would have ruined me.
So what did you do?
What could I do? He said he'd keep quiet in return for the addresses.
So you conspired with Naomi Goodliff in accordance with Parks' wishes to supply them?
I couldn't face losing everything. It seemed a small price to pay. I've known others who've done worse.
Did you not consider the consequences of your actions?
I honestly didn't think Parks would go that far. I'm so sorry for what's happened. Truly, I am.
I doubt whether Andrew Whale or Catherine Hagan would be interested in your apologies.
One last thing. Was there a meeting between you and Richard Parks this morning?
No, I lied.
Just calm down! Come here! I'll have you for a talk! I've got friends, you know. You better keep looking over your shoulders.
Is that a threat?
I'm telling you. You tried to stitch me up before. You're doing it again.
Oh, yeah?
Get up. Get up.
You have plenty of time to plan your revenge.
What's that supposed to mean?
I guarantee you won't be getting bail this time. Come on.
I waited for you.
Excuse me.
Ralph! I can't get through this on my own.
Perhaps you should have thought of that earlier. I'm finished thanks to you. Everything was fine till you opened your stupid mouth.
Ralph! Well, what about me?
What a waste. Still, I'm going for a pint. You coming?
Thanks, but no, Jim. I don't often look forward to paperwork, but writing this up will be a pleasure.